we be able to skip that today because of time?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I want my inspiration.
I'll give
No,
you
I'm just
guys an
kidding.
inspo
I
because
don't
of
care. I don't care.
the
It
being
doesn't matter.
behind. Let me
Maybe if
see
you didn't blow it all
here.
on bagpipes.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, those are gonna come in handy. I'm telling you, 100%.
Oh,
Did you
it's
actually blow your inspirations on back? Like
Oh,
on
the
bagpipes?
whole
That's
load.
okay.
Creating them, yes, I did.
and they're not
And
even
to be
full
fair, creating
bagpipes.
half of them, yeah.
They're
Denali
just the
gives them out
pipes.
like candy, so it's not like it's not
I
a
don't know, man. I've been scratching
Nala
claws
doesn't
for
dish them
mine.
out like candy. I give
Yes,
you
he
all
does.
recaps every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There it is. That's your candy man right there. Gender neutral term in this.
Oh man, she's getting feisty over there.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Oh.
That was a joke.
So, Datura, having returned to the room before your long rest, you see that Awen has offered you some tea, has pulled out her candle, and then sits, I believe you were by the window. Window's closed.
Yep.
But sits by the window and appears to be in a prayer or meditative state. With that being the case, do you watch? What do you do during this time?
Datoria's just gonna go sit in a chair, and then she's just gonna go limp like a doll, like hands in her lap, like crossed over her hands, like hands in her lap, but like a doll, like just like eyes open specifically, staring at you,
Oh, I hate it.
like a doll.
Ugh.
Terrifying.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's my meditation, by the way. That's my long rest.
I love it. I hate it.
Excellent.
Like dolls terrify me, but thematically I love it.
Best part, she won't even know until she opens her eyes again.
Back to consciousness.
So as soon as you get back in the room, do you do that?
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we leave that. Your moment goes uninterrupted, Awen. Let me get Craig in here real quick because that would be
Craig.
helpful.
Craig.
Mr. Craig.
Did you want me to interrupt it? I mean,
No, actually, this is great.
Nobody saw that one post.
Yeah. No one saw that one message.
That was
No.
hilarious.
No message at all.
Now recording.
Hi, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Jesus
Hi,
Christ.
Craig.
Okay, now I just need to remember
Turn
to end it at
Craig
the
then.
end. Okay. Is there anything that the rest of you do as you return to your rooms, having your moment in the hallway, Rick, where your items are returned to you? You give the confirmation that it is absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt, the wind symbol, and returning to your rooms for the evening. Is there anything you guys do before resting?
maybe the DM turns on the music, but other than that,
Oh, is it not? It should be going. My apologies. How about now?
okay, yeah, okay, that's what I was hearing in the back. Okay, that's why my thingy is down. Never mind.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on me.
Okay.
Telling you.
Okay. Well, sometimes if I minimize the window rather than just bringing up another one, it'll stop playing. So I thought maybe I had done that.
Can I have some above table clarification?
Maybe.
And it might be two different things, but Awen had spotted Galita's a tattoo poking out from their elbow, and Rick saying he saw it on her shoulder.
It's
No,
Rick.
It was
Okay.
Rick
it
is
was
the problem.
me,
Okay.
Claire being stupid and not remembering what she had told me. But
That's totally fine. I just wanted to.
I believe it was her elbow, right?
No,
You
that's
you
totally
tell me.
Oh my
fine.
gosh, whatever.
You tell me.
History check. I don't know.
Above the table, it's above the back of the elbow, like
Okay.
roughly in this area.
Oh.
He saw a different section of it.
I mean, to be fair, I would think tattoo myself,
thingy.
but
Yeah, so all I have in my notes is marking on her arm.
it's a tattoo. I would think shoulder because, like, my brain is not great with shit, but no, I get it.
This is definitely the table for you then. Okay.
I let
None
the
of
other
us have
people take notes, so when I get pulled down, I am like, I
Shit,
don't
where's
know.
my
Listen,
notebook?
logically, I know where the elbow is and where the shoulder is, but sometimes my brain doesn't. So
Sometimes it be like
blame
that.
her.
Beck, I need you to check your inscrutable notes and tell me where my notebook is.
Check your pocket and your drawers.
I don't have any
So-
notes.
Oh, hold on, wait, I have it here. It looks like it's up your ass and around the corner. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You
Wow.
kinda- I'm sorry.
Have you checked your butt?
Worst part is
It
it's
was
right
too
here,
easy.
in front of
It
my
was
fucking
just-
face.
A
I
little
was
too
hoping you
easy.
were sitting on it because that would have been beautiful.
That would have
uh,
been really funny.
It would have. It really would have. So I believe you guys are all taking the hour to attune to your new items.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Beautiful. I'll make sure that that's attuned in everybody's bag. It should be. Okay, so you guys all rest. It is an overall peaceful sleep. Some of you, it takes a little bit of time to reposition and situate yourselves and find that sweet spot. But once you fall asleep, except for Rick, who probably passes right out after such a busy day,
Cried myself to sleep.
I'm not even. I'm nope.
That's what.
Nope.
Nope.
You guys wake the next day feeling rested, refreshed, ready to take on a new day.
Oh, come on, computer. Stop it.
I would just like to say I don't think Misty Step is in my spell list. I just wanted to mention that.
Let's see. I will place that for you.
That's
Uh,
another thing.
Okay, it is there now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I need to. Why I need this?
As you all
Oh, are you rolling?
awaken, you hear the muted sounds. Let me send this player message. Thank you, JJ. Of some of Red Larch coming to life. It does not sound as busy as it has the last few days that you've woken up here. So I'm trying to send this to you with that information. But you also hear the soft pattering of raindrops on the window of your room. It's more of a heavy sprinkle at this point. But it is present. The world outside of the inn is overcast, gloomy, and very wet. How would you like to start your day?
I feel as though Jacobs would already be downstairs, like either just sitting in silence or sitting and reading whatever notes he could get his hands on.
I was gonna say, Awen's also a pretty early riser, so would probably join him if she saw him in a common area.
Okay.
Datora is just following Awen.
Which Jacos do we see?
By the way, how well did you sleep last night?
Is that too?
Yeah, that's you.
Awen?
That's you. That's
Oh.
you. That's you, the player, not necessarily Awen. Datora didn't say that.
Wait, I'm confused. Was that in character or not?
It was not in character, no. I was just asking how
Okay,
did your
cool.
character sleep, sorry. Out of
Oh,
character.
great!
Good.
We got you.
I'm so confused. It's
Don't worry
okay.
about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be confusing.
No, you're fine.
Contagious probably wouldn't be down super early, but not sleeping in or anything. Enjoying the group if you saw him there.
Okay.
Not really a change from
And not
yesterday.
be surprised to not see Rick down yet.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was that much. I
Yeah.
forgot to check that, JJ. Let me. 'Cause I don't think it was that much. I don't think they had that much. Let me re-import their character sheets. Kalisa would, of course, greet all of you, exchange pleasantries, and bring you food. Fantasy Grounds is being a pain in the ass. There we go. Did that all get moved from his inventory to yours?
I think, because all I've been doing is editing the number of bags used at that point.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
We can make it lower. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
No,
but
that's fine. That's fine.
I just wanted to let you know that's what I'm gonna do with it.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't
He's got
realize it
plan
was
for
that
that.
much.
What?
So, I know we plan on heading. The plan is to follow the tracks, or I guess follow the path the caravan was supposed to take, right? So, are you thinking going down to Womford and then up to Summit Hall? Is that the idea?
That was an option. Give me just a second. Yeah, no. I have
The only thing I'd like to do, if everyone's okay with it, is check in on this Augustus character before we leave town. There are other things we could do here, but those can wait. But I feel like that's
I
something
agree.
worth checking out before we leave.
It is on our way out of town. Taking the Cairn Road.
You're not wrong, actually. Yeah.
In my notes, I have that Zamith suggested checking the Desserin Road between Red Larch and Summit Hall. Is that
Yeah. So we're gonna
correct?
take the Cairn Road south to Womford, and then take the Desserin Road north up to Summit Hall.
Okay?
So yeah,
Sounds
we
good.
will be on that road.
Also, where is Rick?
He likes to sleep in.
Yeah, one of us will get him eventually, once we're ready to leave.
The Tura wanders off to where Rick's room is.
Oh, this is gonna.
By
be
all
good.
means, good luck.
She did not tell you she was going. She just left.
Okay.
Wait, no, she'll probably
Wait.
say something along the lines. I'll be right back. I'll go grab him.
Good luck.
It makes my life easier.
I don't
Quick
think she'll be
leave.
able to wake him.
That won't be a problem.
That's funny.
Are we putting gold down? I say it takes a smack.
We've tried that.
Roxy,
They took yours.
he's just. He had sex and then he fell asleep. It's probably just a deep sleep, not a patty sleep.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh my god.
Ah, you agree with me, right?
He's not wrong.
It's not a patty sleep.
Oh, that's funny. Not a patty sleep. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
So you reach Rick's room. What is your plan of action?
Well, Datora's gonna check if the door is locked. Did Rick lock the door?
Nope.
No, okay. She's gonna open the door. What's Rick doing? How is
You're
Rick
gonna
sleeping?
You're gonna see Rick just doing push-ups on the ground, like.
What?
And then he looks up. He's like, "Oh, hi."
This isn't fair.
I mean, he's got an unfair advantage. He doesn't have as much to push up. The arm length is much shorter. So,
I would have
was
said
told
he's
you
doing
would be
other
sleeping.
push-ups, but
oh my god, this is you're
Sorry,
not
what did you
Tenacious
say?
D. You're not Jack Black.
Great movie. Oh god.
And girl putting gold on.
sorry, what did you say?
That's it.
I was told you would be sleeping.
By who? I always wake up in the morning.
Oh, oh, oh.
He transitions to the one finger push-up.
Give me an athletics check, please. You want to fuck around? We're gonna find out.
This is gonna be a tricky situation.
13. He feels much cooler than he looks, but he is working out.
So you'll see, like at first you thought he was doing like real push-ups, and then when you actually like kind of take a step to the side, you see that he's doing like the push-ups on his knees.
The legs are crossed in the back too.
Yeah. And I imagine, like, when you walked in, he's like, 1,582.
Suddenly angry. Give me a 1 second. I gotta check something really quick.
He said, I always wake up in the morning.
Oh, that one's so
Okay, yeah,
good.
she totally knows that that's not how you do push-ups.
That's great.
Downstairs,
Love it.
Just gonna stare for a second. I
He
can
will
see
immediately
that.
get up.
Yes, we should probably head downstairs then, if you're up. And you'll. Is he dressed, by the way? I should probably ask that question.
Oh yeah, he's dressed.
Fully dressed? Okay, cool.
I hate
Yeah.
that
If
that's
you're
actually a
ready.
fair question.
Like, I feel like I should ask that question because that would have changed whether or not she remained opening the door.
It wasn't.
Anyway,
It was.
let's head down then.
I thought today was gonna be a vacation day.
She.
I have not heard anything about that, but I was told that you would be sleeping and that nobody was going to be able to wake you up, so.
Oh, that group is so funny.
Mm,
That group.
that group.
Those guys are always.
Rick will follow you down.
When they come downstairs, you see like Jacos and Aowen huddled next to each other. Like, she's adult. She's adult. Did she like slump over? Like eyes open? Anything?
Eyes opening all the time.
Yeah. By the way, she was conscious that entire time. I want you to know that. They do not
Wait,
sleep.
so what I'm hearing is if Awen like went and like,
she knew you were doing that.
would she
Part of-
respond?
Oh no, she'd like wake up and be like, "Oh, is there something the matter?"
No, I was just curious. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Curiosity got the best of me.
No, because then like when you come down and they hear you're talking about it, like, "Oh, right, you did that weird like waving in front of my face thing. Was there a problem with how I was sitting or?"
No, most people sleep at night. So it caught me off guard, but
I mean, I guess I technically was sleeping. I mean, I feel very well rested.
So do I.
God damn.
Paige is just giving Rick a stink eye right now. A little bit of confusion, a little bit of anger.
You've pissed me off, but I don't know how.
How tall is Natura?
She's about like, I say like 5'3".
Okay.
Why?
She's little.
Rick will poke your I guess your side, and he'll just kind of whisper like, "These guys do this to me all the time.
Mm.
Don't
Do
take
what
offense."
to you? Do what to you exactly?
he'll kind of just like, shh.
All right. She'll just
Is it
accept that
easy-
as it is.
Is it easy to wake him?
He was already awake, actually.
Bullshit.
Doing, push-ups.
Shops.
Alright, who called it?
No sweat
She,
this time,
wait, no,
guys.
she like kind of hesitated when she said push-ups, but like she finished. She said push-ups. There was a moment of hesitation.
Push-ups.
Mm.
In the you know what? Considering last night, I'm just gonna move on. We're deciding our plan for the day. I want to follow the caravan south across the river and then back up north again, which will take us out on the Cairn Road, which means Cat can talk to the old creepy man.
Before we
Why
do
would
any
you-
of that, we need a map.
Why would you want to talk to an old creepy man?
Yeah, right. I need a fucking map.
Well, he's an old creepy man who might know things. Creepily. I don't know.
He's got
Do we know anything? Do we know anything about Womford? Seeing as that's a stop we're making.
Go ahead and
it-
give me a history check. You guys have in game not heard the name since coming together.
History
yeah.
check?
Yes. We were one
Why
of
the fuck not?
No idea.
We know that Awen doesn't know.
Wait for this roll.
Yep, sounds
That
about right.
tracks. Okay. Datura.
Not
wait.
her knowing more
Oh,
than
I saw the 18, the 15. For you,
The 15.
unfortunately, dear, is not enough. So
Okay.
never mind. Yeah, this is not something that unless Rick wants to take a shot at it, that you guys would really know much of anything about.
What am I taking a shot at?
Trying to see if anybody knows anything about the town we're gonna make a stop in called
Oh,
Womford.
Rick's not even paying attention to that.
All right.
Yeah, what a shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to split up? Some of us go talk to the guy. Some of us go get, I don't know, any supplies we might need, a map, stuff like that.
A map?
that would make the most sense.
That way we can finish things in town quickly.
Map of the town and surrounding area. That's what I'm looking for.
So a map of the Dustman
The-
Valley.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'd imagine maybe the
Oh,
the Jarrett
Contagious, don't
might
you-
have it.
didn't you commission a piece?
Yeah,
at the
yes,
Smith?
yes. Thank you.
Is it terrible that I was thinking about this whole time, but I was like, nope, I did my part. I did my
have
part.
done my work. I did. So I do need to stop by the blacksmith and pick those up.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
It was
great.
the goat.
Gracious DM, could you mark the general store and armory on the map?
All right, so the general store. We're gonna do a little swoopty swoop here, and then the place that you guys had commissioned the darts at was at the Safe Journeys, which was over here. There is above table another. Oh, that's too big. I don't like that. There is another armory, smithy in town. But you guys have not been there or asked about it beyond that. The other
Thank you.
armory is right here. But the one you need to go to for his darts are the Lorne's Safe Journey. With
So-
S-Man.
Who wants to do what?
I need a map and a couple of other things, so. And I need somebody to guide me. Never been here before.
I could show you.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Okay.
So A1 and Jacos are going to Valavos.
We're going to. That's where we would find a map.
Yeah, that's the good store.
Okay.
Probably best case, yeah.
Rick would probably be just on the lookout for Galita, see if he sees her anywhere.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
So I think Datura will probably go to go find a map, considering that she has one. And then she would also drag Rick along.
I was like, I can go talk to this guy solo if you guys are comfortable, because it might not spook him as much.
No.
No, I think I'm not out of danger, but
I got 10 feet into those tunnels and I didn't like that.
I don't know why anyone would find anyone spooky.
Wait, what tunnels?
Says the talking
spooky
doll.
I was thinking more just in case anyone's memory lapses or.
I mean, for what? We could just stay as a group and just get this stuff done and then visit him on the way out. We don't need to split up.
I think it might be in the best interest of time if we did split while still in town. Just because the more time we let travel between when the caravan was last saw and when we go after them, that's more
Yeah.
distance between us.
Well, Jacob, you want to go with me and trust them to get the map?
I really want one of my own. Yeah,
They'll
sure,
get you
that's
one.
fine.
It's for you. They can give it to you.
Call them X, because they won't give it to you. Sorry.
Mm.
Rick, do you resist Datura dragging you along?
Oh yeah, I mean, is the tour gonna try to grapple me or something?
No.
or- Oh yeah,
Come on, come on.
yeah, Rick.
We're going this way.
Mm, no.
Like a dog.
Oh, not like a
Um,
dog.
That's contagious.
Kind of.
Oh no.
Awen will pull out any materials that she has that we've gathered, like the journals and everything.
Mhm.
I might ask for these back later, but they will probably full in your conversation if you wanted to take them to find the beast. And we'll give them to you.
To Cat?
Yeah.
Okay. Rick, you said you were resisting and staying at the inn, keeping an eye out for Galita.
Correct.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, please. Thank you.
Ugh.
With Rick resisting Datura, does that change things for you at all? With Rick resisting, as you try to bring him along to go to the general goods store, and
Just to
he-
be clear, what are the party split ups? By the way, above table, usually splitting the party takes longer. We're aware of that, right?
Like
this
in session, but
Okay, cool.
This
Just
one,
curious.
it's such a small, just stop here, grab something, then meet up thing. I think we'll be fine.
yeah, and
Okay,
we
what
can
are the
streamline
party-
that if you guys don't want to roleplay everything. We can absolutely
I'm-
streamline.
I am typing it for you in the. Yep.
So right now it's Awen, Jacos, and Datura going to Valavos. Kat is going to go speak with Gus,
thought-
and is Jacos going with Contagious?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I will also go with the Contagious and Jaco's group then.
Okay, so Awen, you are on your own.
Never mind. No, I'm not. You came by yourself. I didn't know you
If
came by
any-
yourself.
No, if
I'll let her.
anybody's
Oh,
like,
she's good.
okay, I wouldn't want whoever's going to talk to the dude to be alone, but like I think getting a map is fine. Unless you seriously.
We do
don't
need
want
Rick
leave
to
Awen
go
alone.
along with one of the groups.
Mm-hmm.
We are leaving as soon as we're done with these tasks. Rick, we're heading out of town.
Just leave me in town.
Nope,
I-
Awen will drag Rick.
Datura will also help drag Rick.
Fine.
Grapples.
Why don't you want to move forward? we're gonna face this right now. Why don't you want to move forward? We know this is connected to the weird cult shit, and the girl died from that.
We rushed back to town because you were
Oh, rushed?
impatient.
Oh, we rushed. Yeah, we did.
Rick's already forgotten about
You were
Jen.
asleep
Womp
half
womp.
of the fucking time.
I'm gonna kick this halfling.
One of you grapple me. Let's go.
Yeah, give me a contested athletics.
First, Awen,
Dude,
I'm gonna give you guidance on this. I don't have good strength. Do you have good strength?
I'm giving myself guidance on this.
Decent strength, but I'm not going to tackle him.
I will.
Okay.
I'm grabbing him. We're done. I'm grabbing him.
All right, so roll for abduction, please. Give me contested strength checks, or I'm sorry, athletics.
Athletics? I thought it was just a straight strength, no?
Nah, athletics, bro.
You can't.
Can you even roll that?
can do.
Can you even
You
roll
can
that,
do
bro?
either.
Can you even roll that?
About to get a nat 20.
You know what? I'm inspoing this.
Go for it.
Remember what we said earlier about wasting inspiration?
I don't care. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, whatever. Okay, I guess Contagious, you got me.
Yep. I'm doing just like the between my arms, just holding him.
If
Oh, I wanna
PvP,
Oh my gosh,
Takes
I
place
want to
from
puppet him
here.
so bad, and then force him to drop me. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
I mean, nobody
Do
is
it.
stopping you.
Shatter in the middle of the tavern.
And then afterwards, ask if he's resistant. You have not seen Galita, by the way. And
Okay.
even as you are picked up against your will, knowingly against your will, continuing to make sure that this is against your will, and continuing to look, you see no signs of her. Okay, so to clarify, is Awen going to Valavos alone?
No, I'll go with
That's
her.
up
Okay.
to... Okay.
Okay, Rick is no longer at the inn. Rick.
And then I'm just gonna set, because it's kind of on the path anyway. We're just gonna make the stop to pick up my stuff. We don't need to roleplay that. I can just pick that up, and then we'll head straight to
Okay.
the farm. And then, Awen, I assume, just meet us on the Cairn Road. We may still be talking to the guy when you get there. We'll.
Are you
meet up
just
there and
holding
head out.
Rick under your arm the entire time?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jacobs has left. He's
Jacobs,
walking.
where have
walking
you gone?
south. No, he's walking ahead. Like he'll head towards the armory, but he is like 50 feet in front of Contagious.
Okay.
I'm
Is
gonna
there
put
anything-
Rick down as soon as we walk outside.
Is there anything we need from Valavos? Any goods that anyone is low on?
Maybe snag a health potion if he's got it.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, I'll meet you on the road.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Maybe one of those toddler leashes.
No, Rick wanted me to get one of those backpacks to carry him in because he didn't want to have to walk.
A baby Bjorn.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna find one of those for you.
You know what, Contagious? You could use the leather from the deer that you guys caught for that.
No, that's
No.
no, that's for bagpipes.
That's for you get one or the other, right?
Priorities. And I'm just double checking. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. You'd spent like 100 or got it like 100 darts or some shit. Something crazy.
They weren't, because they're not crazy expensive, and I wanted to have a bunch. I'm trying to remember how many that sounds right. I think I wrote it down.
I went too far. Jin dies there.
And was this? And what are we looking for?
The amount of darts that he had commissioned. I have it somewhere. 30.
Oh, okay. That's
So I'm gonna
fine.
put those in your inventory because you spent 5 gold to get 30 of them.
I don't plan to use them too often, so that should be enough for now.
Just remember to retrieve them and you will be good. putting those in your inventory. They've already been paid for.
Yay.
Okay. So you are wanting to get maps and potions of healing. Was there anything else that you were shopping for, Awen?
Not really. She will, we don't have to roleplay it, but she will also, be sure to say hi to, it was the Jarretts at Balavos, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep, yep, yep.
We'll also be sure to say hi to everyone and, you know, not stay too long, obviously, but not just, like, in and out. We'll introduce them to Datora, and yeah.
Garrett is very, very excited when he sees you walk in, and then he looks at Datura, kind of confused, but quickly looks back to you and will ask where Contagious is, and then look very disappointed when you say that he's not there, and then make a comment under his breath along the lines of, "He must be really scared that he's gonna lose to a 7-year-old to climb a tree." Yeah.
He's been practicing.
He has.
Me
Why do we
too.
need to practice to climb a tree?
So that he can try and beat me. I'm big and strong, he says as he flexes his little noodle arm.
Yes, you are. You are very strong.
Yeah.
They have 4 potions of healing, which they give you as well. Those, again, there's no cost for you for that or the map.
You said it was 4 potions of healing?
Yes, and you already had one in your inventory, so I've updated it to 5.
Okay.
And then I put a map in there, so you guys now officially have this map.
Yay!
Yeah.
We'll worry about divvying up health potions before we leave.
I think they're right where they belong.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. I have one, and that's all I want.
Yeah,
I'm just going
I
to
think
relabel them
that's it.
anti-bear potions.
That's funny. Bear repellent.
Is there anything else that either of you can think of that you need from Balavos?
Do they happen to have a toddler leash?
Had an idea. I don't know if I want to do it.
You can message me if you don't want to say it out loud, if you're not sure. They do not have a toddler leash. What they have is a harness for, like, a mastiff or something like that. That ultimately would do the same thing.
How much is it?
20 gold, but he would cut you, I'm sorry, not 20. 10 gold, he would cut you a deal for 5 since you are with Awen in the party.
Do I have
do
the
it.
amount? Do I have that much?
Oh.
No, I don't.
So I want to say beforehand,
Do it.
I think it'd be
Do
cute,
it.
but I don't.
I am the devil on your shoulder. Do it.
What?
Okay, Awen, before leaving the tavern, like, before, like, leaving her room for the morning, will have taken the amulet of Earth and Control that no one grabbed the night before, and she's thinking of giving it to Garrett, so that he can find more pretty rocks, but she's worried about giving him something with this symbol. So she will spend time with, like, just a basic knife scratching out the sigil until it's completely unrecognizable.
I'm giving you a point of inspiration.
That is so fucking
Um,
cute.
If that kid finds a way to
And
use
she
that
will-
to
she
beat me in
will-
a tree climbing contest, I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, that's the whole point.
Like uprooting the tree you're climbing.
And she
Oh,
will
no.
like, as they're wrapping things up, and Datura is like inquiring about this collar. She'll like
Not a
beckon him
collar.
up- What?
It's not a collar.
It wasn't?
No,
I thought it was.
harness.
Oh,
No,
my bad. Yeah, that was a genuine mistake.
Oh,
Um,
I was like imagining, you know those like toddler leashes that they have like with the like monkey little
Yeah,
backpack
yeah,
that has like
yeah.
a leash on it? That's what I'm imagining, not a collar. I'm not collaring
yeah, no,
anybody.
you're good.
It's not that kind of D&D group. Like, damn.
We'll like kind of like playfully like call him Garrett over and give him this amulet and be like, don't tell anyone I gave it to you. This will help you find more rocks as long as you promise to be safe with it.
He smiles in his little, missing tooth spot, and it's very, very obvious. And he looks up at you and says, "Mom said I'm not supposed to keep secrets from Mom and Dad. I'm gonna tell us if they ask, but
Yeah, you know what? That's a good rule. Just don't go anywhere you haven't already been with this.
I won't. Do I need to be worried
Alright.
about you? Mom and Dad said people that ask me to keep secrets are bad."
No, this was a joke.
Okay.
Evan, do you have 5 gold on you by any chance?
What do you need 5 gold for? She turns her head over.
She's like holding the mastiff, like, harness. Like, it looks like you could hold a mastiff kind of harness, you know? Like,
But it's adjustable.
but like it's adjustable, yeah. No particular reason.
I'm afraid I don't.
Pity. She'll put it back.
Garrett would look at you and kind of look over his shoulder. You guys can take that, and I won't tell my dad. I mean, if you're friends with her, and Dad said that they get stuff for free. And she's helping me with my rock collection, so I can help you with your dog.
Buddy, thank you, little one. She'll take it. 100% she'll take it.
Okay, I'm gonna put a harness and tether in your inventory.
Okay.
I'm
I
just working my
tried,
strength.
Rick. I really tried.
She did try. I'm not saying I'm going to use it. It might not be for Rick. Could actually be for a dog.
And we could adopt a party dog. Who knows?
Right, exactly.
I'm not feeding it.
Ruh-roh. She
No.
said they said I'm not feeding it. Good night, Booker.
Rickroll.
Too soon.
No,
too
that
soon.
might end up coming in handy for the thing that I wasn't planning it for.
Like a small bear.
Yeah.
Right. Small whale, something, you know?
Okay, so that's in your inventory now.
You're giving mixed messages though, because you just got bear repellent, but now you have a bear harness. So which one do you want?
Yes.
Wait, who?
Hmm?
A bear repellent and a bear harness? Who is bear repellent?
The
Those are the
That's
health
what it was.
potions.
The healing
That
Oh,
was the joke. Because Awen has died by bear before. So the healing
Oh.
potion.
okay, right. I forgot that was
Yeah.
the thing that happened in this campaign. Okay.
potion. Yeah.
You're fine. I didn't know that either.
Oh, I absolutely did.
I would hope you did.
I absolutely did.
The DM, I don't remember any of that.
I absolutely told her about
Roll.
it.
Oh my god.
Forever too soon. Nope, that did not happen. That was a mulligan moment. Not sure what you're talking about. Speaking of Rickroll, Contagious, you said you put Rick down as soon as you guys step outside.
Yeah. So as soon as we stepped outside, I'm gonna put him down. And I assume
Jacobs
Awen and
is-
Datura have already left, and Jacobs is already ahead, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Jacob said, fuck you guys, I'm out, and started boot scooting into business.
I'm going out.
So as soon as we get down, I want to kneel down and talk to Rick. Like, can we talk for a moment?
Let's just go.
You sure?
Yeah, you guys seem like you're. Let's go.
We need you, Rick. You know that.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. We'll head off.
No way this backfires. Okay. Player message. Real quick, Awen and Datura, after you guys get all of the goods that you guys need, is there anything else you would be doing before going to meet with the rest of the group at Gus's?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So the other three of you, Contagious, Jacobs, and Rick, go to the shop and pick up the darts. Is there anything else you guys are going to want or need while there?
No, but for consistency's sake, I will stare at the plate armor a little longer than I should, and then leave.
Beautiful. He will try to once again talk you into buying it. Even taking it down 10 gold. Which,
How much was it? How much was it?
like
Curious.
1,500. Something like
Okay,
that.
10
It was
gold.
yeah.
That's so much
Yeah.
less. All right.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is pretty much a swindler. And they kind of picked up on those vibes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there Jacob's in the shop watching Contagious do this? Like, is there anything magical about this armor?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Damn.
Beautiful. Give me just a second.
I'm just like gonna say out a guess. My guess is absolutely the fuck not, but I don't know.
The answer is actually yes.
Oh, okay.
So as you kind of, and the way I envision this, you can obviously interject and correct if it's not true, or if you don't feel it's on par for Jacobs. I feel like, so a lot of times when people do Arcana checks, I kind of flavor it almost like heat-seeking vision or thermal vision, and then of course flavor it differently for each character. And I kind of envision for you that as you kind of tone out and tune out the world around you, there's a flurry of colors, beautiful oranges and yellows, blue, snowy, white, purples and greens and pinks, and then a really pretty like sky blue that kind of just cycle and swirl together and wave in and out from one another. And as that happens, there's an aura, an outline essentially, that begins to come off of the plate armor. So yes, there is something magical about it.
He's just gonna like go, huh, and wait. Or off of that, with the 23, would I be able to tell what family of magic?
Give me just a second to double check what it was.
And I can almost guarantee you Contagious has no idea it's magical.
Pretty.
It's just
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, he's not a caster at all. Just
Nope.
a sock and bopper.
I don't even know what magic is.
I don't believe this one has a school. Let me double check. Google. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't necessarily like fall into a specific school. The closest, it's more of a magical enhancement.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then, sorry, one more.
Mhm.
Can I make like looking at it and seeing that it's an enhancement type? Do I believe that it's worth the 1,500 gold?
You would know. Go ahead and give me a history check to see how specific I can get with this, please.
Aiming for insight. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
You're fine.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Sorry, I inhaled spit on that one.
You're fine.
So you would not know like the average ballpark that something like that would fall into, but you know that especially in larger cities, magic items or anything that has been enhanced can go for a pretty penny.
Okay.
The real question
Thank
you
you.
should be asking is if he knows it's magical or not. I'm kidding, he probably does.
No, you mean the shop owner?
Oh yeah, the shop owner, not Cassius.
Yeah, probably. I would assume he knows.
Then how does that make him a swindler is my question.
It's more he has just been trying anything he can to get me to buy it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and,
yeah.
And one of the PCs that had been with us previously was shopping, and he was like, "Hey, you've got a cool shield, but this one's way cooler." And it wasn't like enhanced or anything like that. It was just like a pretty shield, and the one that this player had was functional and fine. And he's like, "You should give me like 100 gold pieces for this beautiful shield. Like, you don't need that one. You need this one. Hey."
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Salesman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But definitely, we'll definitely overshoot and then talk people down, or be talked down till he gets to like what's close to average.
Alright. And then
Hey.
off to
The
Augustus.
guesses? Okay. Awen, are you actually using that?
No, no,
okay.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to. Yeah.
Okay. What was
I
that,
have a
Rick?
question. Am I at the shop with them?
That's.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you're not being carried anymore. You were set
yeah,
down.
I
and-
would have followed Contagious. So, I would kind of go up to the shopkeep and present him that that glass orb
Mhm.
that's been completely fixed, I
Mhm.
guess. Does it still kind of have like the same shiny stuff, or is that just because of the magic that was in it the first time?
It was just because of the magic that was in it. So what
Okay,
you have now
before-
is a glass orb.
Okay, before I do that, does anybody have like minor illusion or anything like that?
Well, and
And me-
remember, Datura and Awen are both on the other side of town at this
Oh,
point.
son of a bum.
Yeah, 'cause you
Jacobs,
guys
you have
split
minor
off.
illusion? Anything? Anything that could like turn this thing into like something that looks cool?
You can thunderclap
Are
it.
you asking this in the shop or
That was
What?
gonna be my question. Thank you.
where are you
What?
asking this?
I mean, okay. Never mind then.
I say let's maybe not piss off the locals.
No.
That's what we're good at.
I like where you're going though, trying to do a bargain, a try or a trade.
I'm up for it.
Do you have anything in your spell list? I'm just saying, do you have anything that is cool? That we could like light spell or anything?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Rick will pull you outside with him. And he'll kind of hold out this orb and he'll say, you know, this is useless now. It doesn't have magic. Maybe we could fool this guy. Maybe we could you know, with my performance skills, maybe we could get him to buy this thing from us. See how much we could get.
Why are we trying to get him to buy it?
Because the dude's a full ass scammer. I don't know. I feel like Rick's in the right here.
No, like I like
Sell Jacobs on it.
yeah. My man's is a viewer of this. He saw Contagious looking at a shiny armor, and
I'm trying to do this for
The-
Contagious. Let's see how much we can
he's
get.
probably
Maybe,
trying to swindle.
who knows?
Not swindle, but haggle.
I picture Contagious looking at this armor the way SpongeBob looks at a new spatula.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I assume I'm still staring at it while this conversation's happening.
Unless
what
you
I'm
said
assuming, just-
otherwise, that's what's in my mind. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. And he's trying to sell you on it.
50 gold, final offer.
He laughs in your face, but thinks you're joking. It's not like malicious. It's like, ah, good one. No.
Yeah. Mm.
Without any more information, I'm gonna need, if Denali's okay with it, I'm gonna need Rick to roll persuasion.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna guide myself too with this.
Mhm.
Like secretly, I guess. Persuasion.
You're
24.
like trying to have this conversation with him, and he's like, before he tries to.
Yeah.
When I roll persuasion, I touch myself up.
So Rick will go like this, you know, like shake his head, like, do I have to explain myself? And then he'll you know, trying to do this for Contagious.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, you got. I feel like you got him with that.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh.
I guess, but anything happens, you're taking the fall for it.
Oh, that's fine. What is he gonna do to a little man like me?
Punch you halfway across the street?
I love him.
So he'll take the So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna make it look like? Since you're casting it.
He's going to change my arcane focus above table. He's going to pull the like string off of his neck, like this gorgeous, like finely linked chain, and he's going to do a few movements, and it looks like your typical like starting cat's cradle. He's gonna set it over the orb and make it look like, you know, when you think of the Feywild and you think of like bismuth rock and stuff, he's gonna make it look like that, but slightly like molding and shaping.
Cool.
Okay. Very, very nice. All
So
right,
Rick will say thank you, and he'll walk back into the store.
Okay.
And he'll present this item to Valavos. Is that his name?
Nope.
No.
Whatever guy we're talking. Rick doesn't know. I don't know. He'll talk. You know. He'll say.
This is Thalorn.
What about this?
What about it?
Does this look nice to you?
It's a
What did you do?
nice bowl. Do you like playing with bowls?
Ball. This is no ball. This is magic.
Congratulations.
Kind of like.
Keep going.
It's
Keep
Molly.
going.
I don't know.
You look very proud
Sell
of
it.
your magic ball.
Too bad I only have one of them.
Okay, I'm not gonna let my intrusive thoughts win on that one.
I don't know.
You can't start a race and then stop 5 steps in, my dude. I mean, you can. It's just
How long does minor illusion last for? 10 minutes?
1
1 minute? How long?
1
1 minute? Oh my gosh. Shoot. And then, okay, so he'll time it. So like right, right after he said that, like Rick will like do some like weird like motions with his hands, and then right then the illusion will stop. And Rick will say, he'll say,
Well, I guess you aren't interested.
yeah, I guess so. I guess you're not. I guess you're not interested. I'll take it back with me.
So
And Rick will start walking out.
above the table, I do apologize because I did do his role as he's checking out your magic shiny ball. Jacos, normally I would ask what your DC is, but with a natural 20, it does not matter.
Oof.
As
Oof.
he looks at your tiny shiny magic ball and says, yeah, you can take that with you. I'm gonna give you a point of inspiration for trying, Rick.
I feel like
Okay.
Rick is really, really good at planning the first step of a plan.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then it just
Rick
it
sucks at
just
everything else.
That he
crumbles
does.
from there.
What was the chickens lay all the eggs? You should kill your boss. Like,
Yeah.
That was my favorite
it
moment.
was so good.
So
It was so good.
Oh god.
What role did he do?
So with minor illusion, they have to do it's an intelligence DC or an intelligence check as they're looking at the item to see if they believe that it's actually magic or whatever it is that you're presenting to them. The study examination, an examination action. And so like as you were saying, this is my ball and it's shiny and magic. I've only got one, and like trying to like play it off like it was something really amazing. He was looking at it in your hands.
Okay. Could I have like, okay. Okay, could I roll perception really quick on that to see if I could see if he was doing that? Because technically I could silvery barbs that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would throw off your countdown.
Countdown of the
1 minute.
whatever.
I'll
Let's just
allow
move
it.
Why
on.
would
Yeah, I'll
why
absolutely
would it
allow
throw it off?
Because if
Yeah,
he's...
Jacos is cast.
Oh, you're counting too, Jacos? Okay, go ahead and...
So Jacos is is holding minor illusion.
Okay. I'd say that you see him looking at it, yeah.
Hmm.
So you would keep recasting it as it times down? Jacos?
Put if it's a cantrip.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I got a bit screwy here. Rick and Jacos walked outside. Jacos was convinced and he cast the spell outside. Rick went back in, talked to the guy. Are we getting rid of the part where Rick, like, vaguely knows the spell unless it makes it seem like it shifted back into a normal rock?
So he was looking at it before it got to that point, but if he's wanting to go back in silvery barbs, we can absolutely retcon
Let's just
that.
move on. Let's just move on.
Are you sure? I don't want you to like
Yeah,
have your
I'm metagaming. I'm trying to figure out a way to get around this. Let's just move on.
I respect the honesty, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's the most we could get? 100 gold? That's not gonna do anything. Let's just move on.
fair
Because he's
enough.
gonna know it's magic the minute it stops, so it's all good. Or it's not magic, so let's move on.
Okay. Then if you put it away, he'll tell you that that's a pretty cool trick. He likes your ball. Hope you can find another and have a set.
Okay.
Oh god.
So from there, the three of you are going to go to Gus's, correct?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
Wait, are you visiting Brother Eardon or Gus? Or both?
We're visiting Gus.
Gus.
We talked nothing about the priest.
Okay, never mind.
Alright, where are we going?
Then I believe it was Frank who told me where it was, right? So I know where
Mm-hmm.
the house is, so I'll just lead everyone that way.
Okay. Okay. So, reaching the destination, you see that this is a modest farm property. I mean, in comparison to the other homes in Red Larch, it's quite grand. But in comparison to what you've seen out and about during your travels, it is quite modest. You see that this home has an aura of social standing. The home is stone and timber. There are large pillars on the front porch of the two-story structure. The stone on the outside is similar to what you've seen at the stoneworks. The roof is wooden shingles. You see that there's moss and ivy that kind of creeps along the walls and reaches up towards the roof itself. The fields beyond the home are overgrown. Tall grass and weeds, a couple of collapsed fences. You see there's a couple scrawny goats and an old mule out there chewing away at the grass and weeds. On the porch itself, you see that there are decorative mining tools, a pickaxe, a hammer. Oh, give me just a moment, my children.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love kids.
After me and Datura are done with Verivos, I'm wondering if we want to quickly stop back into the Swinging Sword. Did we tell Kalisa that we would be gone?
Nope.
Nope, you guys got food from her and that was it.
Okay, I think Awen would stop back into the Swinging Sword, let Kalisa know the plan, and also if Brother Eardon was around, maybe see if there's any discussion to be had there. It's not a priority because she didn't bring this up with the party, but doesn't want that in the event that there is information there for that lead to go cold.
Okay. She would tell you that she has not seen him that morning, but she can go check and see if she can fetch him if you'd like.
I think we're going to be on the road pretty soon. If I'm sure you have a lot on your plate. If you wouldn't mind asking him if you know anything, it might not be relevant information by the time we get back, but I just wanted to let you know what our plans were. We would be gone again. Not sure how long.
I'll go see if he's in his room and see if I can fetch him for you. And she
Thank you
will,
for everything.
of course. And if you see Galita around, please tell her to come see me. I need help. She's not been in this morning.
He hasn't.
No, I've not seen her since
Is-
last night.
Awen has, before she can school it in, a troubled look on her face. Having the realization that, like, of what Rick said last night and trying to decide if she says anything. And I think, I don't know, maybe you could roll. Kalisa might catch that. I don't know.
Can Datora do an insight check?
Absolutely, but before we go into all of this, we're gonna go back to the others real quick, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys reach Gus's.
Right. And you said he's got a decent amount of farmland, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Behind it. So I guess I'll try to take just a peek around to see if he's already outside before approaching the house.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me a quick. If you're just checking, give me perception. If you're like going to like walk around and look, then give me an investigation.
No, probably just trying to get a good angle, take a look, quick look, not
Okay.
anything too in depth. 1%. Yeah.
11. Okay. You do not see him. With an 11, you would see that there's a barn in the back. Doors open, but there's no movement from inside that you can see. But outside of the livestock, you don't see any movement out there.
Okay. I guess I'll just approach the house and just kind of give a look to the other two to join me.
Okay. All right, knocking on the door.
Yep.
Okay. You hear a voice from within the home. I'll be right there. And you hear some shuffling towards the door as the door unlocks, and as the door opens, you see that there is a weathered, broad-shouldered man, seemingly to be in his late 50s, early 60s. He looks rough. His skin is very weathered, kind of leathery. As he kind of pulls the door open, you see that the tips of his fingers and palm of his hands are thickly calloused, and there's kind of like what seems to be like permanent cuts or divots in them. He's got a square jaw and a crooked nose and deep, like, gray-blue eyes. His tanned skin makes them pop. They're almost piercing. Hair is short and unkempt, salt and pepper. And he moves slowly, but deliberately. Can I help you?
Augustus?
Who's asking? Does he raise his eyes at you?
My name is Contagious. I was told you might be able to help us. We're looking into some things that involve the, wow, I forgot the word. Quarry. There we go. Got it. That involved the quarry in town. And as I understand, you used to own it?
I did.
There's been a lot of reports of strange things happening in town. Some of it seems to be centered around the quarry. I was just curious if you had some time to talk to see if you had any information that could help us.
He narrows his eyes a bit and looks at the three of you. Give me just a moment. I'm so let's take our 10 here. My kids are back at it. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Yep, take your time.
Whisper time.
It's a BRB screen and it says super secret information. In fact, I'm just gonna throw it on my thing real quick so you guys can see. Here we go. Oh, I thought you thought of the name. I was like, I want to know. Okay.
No, I literally can't remember what they're called.
When you remember, please let us know.
Yep, no.
I'm curious.
Liquidity.
So back at Gus's, as you mentioned, weird happenings and thinking that they may be connected to the quarries, he opens the door more and invites you in.
Thank you.
So the inside of the house is obviously, again, it's a decent sized home in comparison to the rest of the homes, but it is quite cluttered and cramped inside. It's dimly lit. There's a scent of like dust, pipe smoke, and wet, if that makes sense. Not like mildewy wet, but you do you know what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
okay. The walls are lined with old quarry maps, stonework diagrams, and designs, kind of like how when people stamp asphalt and things like that, like so designs that they would engrave to stone. Some of them look like maker's marks, some of them look completely decorative. the main room that he kind of guides you to, there's a stone hearth that kind of dominates the room. Its mantle is cluttered with empty bottles and a rusted lantern and an old pickaxe. There's like a little rickety wooden table at the center. One of the legs is kind of broken, so he's got stone slabs or chunks of stone slabs stacked up, so the table's mostly even. It still has a little bit of a tilt to it if you put anything on it. The furnishings are mismatched. There's wooden stools, there's an old love seat, and a couch that looked like they had matched at one point, but the couch itself has some more wear and tear, and it's a little discolored, beat up. Can I interest you in any tea or anything, or are we simply here to speak? And he's looking at the two with you. He's kind of side-eyeing, like trying to be polite and not like say anything, but you can, without even having to roll, you can see that he's like side-eyeing and will never fully turn his back to them.
I'm fine. You guys? I'm kind of look at those two.
It's all you, big man.
No, I think we're fine. Thank you. So how long did you run the quarry out there before you retired?
I sold it a few years back and ran it for the better part of 20 years. Worked there for, prior to owning it, for another 15.
And you sold it to Maliko?
I did.
And how much do you know about them?
About Maliko? Well, I know that she is a hard worker and that she knows how to haggle and stand her ground when she wants something, stubborn broad. But we were never friendly outside of working together. She was chomping at the bits to make an offer when she heard that I was looking to sell and move on with my life.
And did you ever notice anything weird happening around the quarry? Strange noises or people or anything like that while you owned it?
Well, we had a lot of strange and interesting people. But
Fair.
with people coming and going through town and people staying to work for a while to make some coin before moving on and venturing elsewhere, that's bound to happen. Is there something specific that you're looking for?
I'm gonna pull out from the notes and stuff that we have specifically the Earth symbol to show to him. Does this look familiar to you at all?
As he takes it from you and looks at this paper. Where did you get this?
Just saw it around while we've been investigating. It's come up a few times. Why?
There are rumors of a group of people in town, and I think this symbol has some significance to them. Dobson fly.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna Google it.
And they are that big.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Sorry.
New fear unlocked. Thank you. Actually, no. They kind of look like the fairies from Pan's Labyrinth. I don't hate them as much. Still don't like them. Still don't
Just
like
have to associate with them to something nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Still don't love him. But yes, he will tell you that he thinks this symbol has some significance to them.
And were you aware of the dwarven ruins under the quarry? And as Contagious says this, he's going to kind of straighten up a little bit, ready for whatever reaction he might get as he starts prodding a little deeper.
is it that you said you work for or are getting information for?
Sorry, what race is this man?
He's human.
Okay. I'm imagining a halfling or a gnome, and I'm like,
You know what's funny? I was also imagining a halfling or a gnome.
No, sorry. I thought I meant to mention that in the description earlier.
nigga.
I just saw him as like a Weasley old dude.
Pretty much.
Like that's yeah. Not really working for anyone in particular. We came into town a while back, heard a lot of concerns, and have just been trying to help out where we can, and have stumbled upon some weird things that we're just trying to clarify.
In my head, he is still a gnome, but
That's okay. I know what you mean.
Boo.
How do you know about the Chamber of Moving Stones?
Sorry.
Part of the rumors we are investigating, dove into a couple caves where people had seen weird people, and some bandits were hanging out in another one, but we've been exploring a few of them, and one of them led down into that area.
Well, there are stories that there are numerous dwarven ruins beneath and spreading out from the town of Red Larch. I know that there were rumblings of an underground chamber that the believers met in. I don't fully understand the nature of the stones down there, but I know that they are central to the believers' beliefs. And that symbol, he says, pointing at the earthen symbol that you had asked him about, is of great importance to them.
And had you been in these ruins yourself?
No, I was unaware of where specifically they are.
I'm gonna shoot Dakos and Rick just kind of like a be ready look. Just kind of like, it's just a little like nod, and look back to him. And I kind of want to insight his reaction as I say this next bit, but I do find that odd, seeing as the entrance was in the manager's office, which I assume you had access to.
He looks very confused. I was unaware of any kind of entrance in the office. Go ahead and roll insight.
Worse.
Okay, with a 13.
you have 3 inspiration.
I do.
You want to roll better?
I'm gonna hold it for now.
Okay. And again, and I say this a lot with new people you guys meet, you don't know their normal tells, you don't know the way they normally carry themselves and all of that, so keeping that in mind. You don't see any signs of dishonesty here, as he kind of furrows his brow and narrows his eyes. He seems to be... What was that?
Sorry. Are we in like a sitting room, an office, something?
Yeah, he took you to the main room where there's the hearth that's kind of like the focal point, and then there's the love seat and couch and the stools.
Jacos is gonna just walk around the room poking and just listening to the conversation.
Okay.
Like poking around, tilting books, so on and so forth.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific?
I mean, if one book happens to move a bookshelf, I'm not gonna say no.
That would be cool, but it does not happen here. You can still roll investigation if you'd like, if you're feeling froggy. He would continue to tell you that while the office has been there for quite some time, I took it over from somebody, a much older gentleman that I believe is no longer with us. May the gods rest his soul. But unlike Larak, I was often out working rather than stuck in the office. I was never really good with numbers, which is ultimately why I decided to sell the business. I was much happier and much better putting myself and my tools to work. So I did not spend much time there.
Back above table, that's the dude that was down below, yeah?
Do you see
Yeah.
what he's
Thank you.
cooking?
I'm sorry, you said Larock
Yes.
was the previous owner before you?
Yes.
Interesting.
Why is
Um,
that interesting? He's long since passed.
Well, he's passed, all right.
not as long as you may think.
I'm sorry?
We Tay just kind of takes a second to consider his options, but we confronted the believers down in that chamber, or at least who we believe to have been the believers. They were doing some sort of ritual with the stone down there, where we followed Maliko and had an encounter with her and Larock down there. They had killed one of the townspeople in some sort of ritual thing. We actually lost a friend of ours down there during that fight. But he was very much alive about a week ago.
Are you sure? And he would go on to describe Larock as he knew him. And it sounds pretty spot on for
yeah.
yeah.
That would be him.
That doesn't make sense. He takes a moment looking very, very confused. And he looked just like that when you saw him?
Yeah.
How would it be possible for somebody to not age in that span of time?
Did he look older? Did he look about the age that that he's being described here?
About the age that he's being described. Maybe a little bit older, but not
Right,
much.
but maybe not as much as he, like 20 years older. Like he should be.
Not
Okay.
like that. Yeah. So mathematically, Gus is now in his 50s. He started working in his late teens at the quarry, and then roughly, 20 years ago, he owned it, took over it. And at that point, is when he says that Larock had passed and hasn't been seen or heard from since then. So he should look much older than he did when you guys encountered him.
And from my memory, he was pretty central to in the chamber when they killed Jen. He was pretty central in that area, right?
Yes.
Do I recall seeing anything? Because we never really understood what the ritual was about. Did we see anything that may have alluded it had something to do with maybe him? That see any kind of like magical effect during the time, or no?
I don't think you guys were specifically like looking for anything that would have given any kind of indication.
No. Actually, if I remember right, I was the only one who turned the corner to see Jen get killed, so I don't know if I would have seen anything in that time.
Yeah. You knew that he was a caster, and very
Yeah.
powerful, especially in comparison to the others that you were fighting. He was the only caster. Ooh, there goes my chair. It scared me. And he seemed to be the one calling the shots with Malikos and the others that were there.
Me, as the player, I got the impression that The Rock was like Malikos' number 2. Is that correct, or was it the other way around?
It was the other way around.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the other way around. I agree with you. That's what I had the feeling of, but it looks like it was the other way around.
Okay.
Above table.
Jacobs, knowing the story a little bit, he's gonna like clock Rick during this part of the conversation. Like, how's my man's doing?
What?
How's Rick doing during this conversation?
Rick
We're
is
talking about the dude that killed Jen.
He's honestly like he's just not even hearing. He's kind of just like in the background, just kind of like twiddling his feet and
Wiggling.
fingers.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
So to Augustus, he seemed to be about the age you described. He was an exceptionally powerful magic user. Nearly took many of us down. Was he the one holding the glaive?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull that out to show him like this was his weapon when we fought him. See if maybe it sparks anything.
I never seen him carry that, but that's not to say that
Fair
it
enough.
wasn't his. I was not with him all the time. I was always a bit strange and spent a lot of time in the office, and I guess that makes sense if that's where this chamber resides. Huh. I still don't understand how he could have disappeared and not aged.
Well, we never did find out what the ritual was for. This might be a pretty big hint at that, but that's just speculation. Could have been something to prolong his life.
And you said you took on all of the believers.
No.
What was that?
Or summon a monster and destroy the whole town. Who knows?
Oh, I guess I haven't shared all my information. Okay. I was checking something about like I was like a ritual. I kind of know what that's on. I'm like, did I not say that? Any point? That's fine.
Did we know the name of the big dude that I cut the arms off of? I don't know if we had identification on him.
I don't believe you did.
No. Well, we did. Yeah, we did confront them. I don't know if it was all of them, but there were quite a few there at that time during this ritual.
How many is quite a few? My understanding, and I
9? 9 or 10?
my understanding is that there is a larger number of people involved with the believers.
That would not surprise me.
You have the overall group of the believers, and then there, I call them underlings, those who do their bidding. So, like hired help or mercenaries to
put it into layman's terms. I tend to keep to myself, but things have seemed to stir up a bit the last few days.
How so?
I've seen more hooded figures throughout the night. Kind of coming together and heading out towards the Somber Hills. There have been rumors for quite some time of bandits and robbers and things lurking in the woods and in the quarries and the hills. I'd not seen anything until recently. They wait until it's dark and the businesses are closed and the streets are quiet and sneak out. It's easier for me to see because, let me bring up the map. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good vantage, actually,
Yeah.
of the town.
From the large path, he says, and to show you guys, he's talking about over in this area. On the outskirts of town is when I start to see the lights, like torches, being lit once they're out of the town.
Too many leads, too many places.
This encounter with Malikos and Larak. What happened? You said you lost a friend and the town lost one as well. What of them?
None of them left to speak of. It was a quick battle, but quite decisive. Didn't really have much time to think, and unfortunately no time to question any of them either.
He thinks for a moment. Are there any others that you've shared this information with or spoken to?
Maybe you should do another insight check at that. Mainly because I'm concerned.
I feel like this is where Jacobs would pop in and say, not that you need to worry about, considering all you've been doing is sitting in your house,
Damn.
watching as this town falls to ruin. So, I think what goes on from here on out is none of your business.
Well, then I guess any more information I may have to be able to share with you is none of yours. And since we have nothing else to share, you can be on your way.
Look, we do not mean to make things tense. I'll kind of just shoot a look at Jacobs. Simply just the less people interconnected, the easier it is for us to keep track of. We have someone we can fight in, but I'd rather not give their name out so easily.
Understood. With that, I'll just leave you with a piece of advice as he stands up and makes his way to the door. He talks as he's walking there and unlocking and pulling it open for you. Be careful and aware of who it is you speak to and what you share with them.
I want to insight the fuck out of that one.
Absolutely.
That seems... I want to know if that was a legitimate, hey, be careful, or if that was kind of like a veiled threat.
Yeah, may I join in on that?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. Oh, there we go. That's
Thank you.
much better.
Okay. Jacos, there is not anything threatening per se in this, but there is a drastic shift in his demeanor, and you can tell that he is very upset, very insulted, with the exchange that you and he specifically shared. So it's not a threat, but it is very direct. Like, be careful, take care, get the fuck out.
As he says that, and as we're walking out, I just want to look to him and say, I don't know if it's in your prerogative to meddle or care, but the quarry now finds itself without an owner, or the owner before you. We don't have time to clean all the messes, but might be worth looking into for you.
Well, if I did anything besides sit on my ass and twiddle my thumbs, I might consider it. But
Damn it.
Hey, taking words right out of my mouth. He's just gonna walk out.
As you go to leave Contagious, as Jaco says that and walks out, he kind of grabs your arm really quick and he's going to whisper something to you. And I'm going to drag you down just real quick because it's easier than typing it out on my phone. We will be
I
right
get to go down?
Yeah. Back up. Away we go.
Moles.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. I came back. Hi.
I love the Jacos. Is it me? When I
Am
was
I the
dragging
draw?
him down.
Each
I
one
love
of
it.
these is like 10, 15 miles.
What was that?
Yeah, each one of these hexagons is 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Are we walking that? I'm not walking that.
That was the plan.
Ow.
Get your baby Bjorns ready.
It's only like a couple days of travel.
Yeah.
That's what we said last time.
Okay, we have a
And we
map
better
this time,
follow it.
and we know what the final destination is this time.
I'm just making a loop to Jasarian Valley? Hoping to find this character. What? Well, wait. I'll wait.
I mean, well, that's what I think we need to talk about when we get here is what exactly the plan is and if this is still the avenue we want to take. But real quick, once he closes the door, I do want to take a perception check around to see if there's anybody in the vicinity
Alright, go ahead. and
watching
give
us go
me-
in here.
Give me perception.
Last time you definitely didn't get followed, unbeknownst to you.
And once again, you're not getting followed. Inspiration, okay. Yeah.
How
No,
does that always happen to us?
I don't know, but I love it.
No,
Ooh.
No. I
Man, he really must
Oh,
have.
that was
rolled.
almost a
Oh,
20.
that was so close
That's
to a
still
nat 20.
that is an acceptable number though. I will
It
take that.
is, It is. You do not see anybody in the nearby vicinity of where you guys
Yeah.
are at. You seem to be safe and secure.
We should probably head a little bit into town. Stay on the road, just not hang out in front of this guy's house while we wait for the others.
Let's go.
And just kind of like not fully into the town, but just away from his house, and we'll wait on the road for the other two to show up. Kitty.
And with that, we will go back over to the others at the inn. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And Kalita had said she would go and get the brother for you, right? Brother Airdom.
I thought she said that she would talk to him later because he wasn't in the area.
Okay, I misunderstood. She hadn't seen him. She had offered to go and see if he was in his room to fetch him for you. I misunderstood.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll fix that so that she can talk to him.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
She had said, okay, she hadn't seen Galita. Awen had kind of reacted to this news.
Oh, and
Ventura,
she
were
did
you
clock it.
rolling?
What?
Were you gonna roll something?
I was gonna roll an insight check, but
To
do that
see
now.
if she caught the look on Awen's face. Then I'll go ahead and have her roll for that.
I don't know if I actually rolled that.
What was it?
I was rolling an insight, but I don't think I rolled it. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Dirty, slutty 20. So as you are watching her intensely, Datera, as Awen has this expression of concern and shock, there's no change in Kalisa's demeanor or expression. She does not appear to have clocked it.
You alright?
Yeah.
You don't look alright.
Oh, how do I say this? Rick. Last night.
Sorry, continue.
Had an in-depth conversation.
How in
Lisa.
depth?
Technically,
not
wrong.
Talking. Continue.
In which they ended up spending some time after her shift together. This is something that I'd suspected but didn't want to bring up without certainty.
Do you mean the wind
Um,
symbol?
Yes, thank you, Tara.
I'm sorry, she's not picking up on the
No,
social
it's okay.
cues.
No, I know that.
And Eowyn is hesitating so hard.
Yeah.
And this is being said to / in front of Kalisa, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Perfect.
Are you aware of any tattoos that Galita has?
Yes, there's one on her shoulder, or her elbow, excuse me.
I've never really paid much attention or asked. I may have seen a small bit from time to time poking out when she's got her sleeves rolled up, but I've never really cared enough to ask. They aren't really my thing.
I
What is
would-
your thing? Tattoos or?
Yes.
I would urge extreme caution looking into this, but I also believe as a business owner you deserve to know if there might be some danger involved with your employee. One of the symbols that Contagious had shown you weeks ago, or a week ago, is a symbol that Galita has tattooed on her elbow. It was originally covered with makeup, but Rick was able to get a glimpse as it wore off. Had seen bits of it poking out and had been suspicious, but Rick confirmed that it is in fact this one of the symbols.
By the way, how did he do that?
Oh man, I don't want to mob each other.
They went up to into Khaleesi's room or Rick's?
It was
Or, I'm sorry, Galita or
Rick's room.
Rick's room. I spent more time than you would expect in Rick's room. And she gives a knowing look to Kalisa.
Right, because it's just going right over to Tura's head. Like she's just like, okay. Conversation, I'm sure.
You mean
You know, I'm making another history check really quick. Man,
Still
it just really
absolutely
doesn't want her to
clueless.
know. It just
You are-
really doesn't
you
want
are
her to know.
innocent right now.
I was hoping like, oh, maybe she'll suddenly. Nope. All right.
It clicks and it's one of those. Oh.
No, like suddenly she just has to remember. Oh my fucking god, what have I been asking? You know, like one of those moments. But nope, she's out of. She got a 3.
And you're sure that it is one of those symbols?
Yes. Again, not something I bring forth lightly, and wouldn't have brought it to your attention if I didn't think A, if I wasn't certain, and B, if it wasn't so pertinent to you and not just what we're investigating, but your business and everything. I don't know. She was seen last night with Rick. She'll give them the time that Rick returned and say, you know, me just a moment. Sorry,
You're fine.
Cass was yelling at Tuna. What was? Yeah,
When Rick got back to the room.
yeah. She will be like, yeah, Rick, returned, or came into our room around blah blah blah. That was the last any of us had seen of her. We don't know anything about her disappearance, and that disappearance is concerning. If she was aware that Rick had seen that tattoo and knows that she had been made, basically.
I mean, I thought he was known for having a terrible memory. I feel like it wouldn't matter even if she did see it. Or at least she wouldn't think it wouldn't matter.
I don't know. Hearing of Galita's disappearance concerns me more than just knowledge of the tattoo.
This is a lot to take in. But if there is connection, if she is connected to any of this, then it would make sense for her to go into hiding if she knew that she'd been made. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And if
I'm sorry we ever had to. I know Galita had worked with you for some time.
she was quite good. At least I thought she was. If you do see her, be careful. If all of this is connected and intertwined to whatever is going on, there's no knowing how strong she may actually be or who she may have connections to. And
I urge you to follow that advice as well.
Absolutely. I have no intentions of letting her know that this conversation has taken place. The less she knows that we know, I think the safer we'll be. Perhaps she'll slip up and be able to unknowingly give more information or some insight to what is going on. And without even having to roll for insight, you can see that she is very visibly struggling with this. Have you been able to find anything else out about what's going on, or about the symbols, than what you knew the last we spoke?
We talked to the person staying at the helm that you had mentioned, and she gave us a lead. Apparently, last she saw the caravan, there was a group there wearing robes with the symbol of the water. And I believe our next move is to try and track them down.
Is it?
Where will you be heading
That's-
to first in this?
I believe towards, what was it? Started with a W.
Is that information you should share?
With Kalisa, yes.
Well, more so along the lines of if what's her face decides to come back. We don't know exactly what is she capable of, and if she asks questions or if she has the ability to get that information one way or another, you're putting her in danger.
It's a valid point.
I would rather be aware and know to watch myself than to be taken blindly.
That's true. But you also give her the information.
Oh, I would not be telling her anything.
I'm not saying you tell her. But I'm saying she could get that information. I mean, through means of torture and other things, but, as somebody who was working for a scientist for a period of time, I have memories I'd rather forget. Because no, I don't remember much about my past, but I do remember the dissections, live dissections that he did at some point. Anyway, but if she happens to be associated with my scientists, I can't imagine the other people that she's associated with.
Kalisa sees Awen also taking this in at the same time.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a
Sorry.
lot to unpack here. A lot to
Yeah,
unpack.
no, live dissections. Yeah, you don't want to go into it. You don't want too much detail.
And
But she
she's-
will go into detail if you want her to.
if you start, she would politely. I understand what you mean. It's okay. I would hate for you to have to relive any of these not lost memories.
What are you doing?
Oh. Yes, that's right. I should probably feel. Anyway.
But if she is that set on obtaining information, then we're all as good as fucked anyway. But if you have a head start and are at least a step or two ahead, it should be okay.
Based on the information we were given by Zomith was her name. At the helm, we're going to be taking the Can Road, past the barge right in to Womford, and then back around using the Desserin Road, up to Summit Hall, in the hopes of that was their planned route. And if not, intercepting them. There's been a lot of activity in Summit Hall and the hills in general. All signs seem to be pointing in that direction. It will be a long journey. I don't know how long we will be gone. We won't be asking for your cart again. But if you had any connections with the cart place that I definitely know the name of, that might help us be able to rent a cart for cheaper. It would be greatly appreciated.
If you can provide the feed, you can take Michael and the cart.
Certain? We don't know how long we'll be gone.
If this is the last time our paths cross, and this is the last thing I am able to do to help you, then it is a sacrifice I am happy to make.
Bro, she's prepping for death. She knows more than she's telling us.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Absolutely.
When she says that?
Absolutely.
Either she's
Are
prepping
you
for death.
inspiring that?
Here comes the one.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky.
Oh,
The
shit.
24.
Beautiful.
Just you, cat.
Very, very good roll. She said, "Fuck you, dog boy." Um, there is nothing malicious or nefarious in this tone. And as you kind of narrow your eyes and scan her face and her body language, her shoulders are kind of
No.
back and-
She's her face gets more doll-like when she's like looking at somebody and
God,
petting somebody.
I hate it
You know,
so
just-
much. I hate it so much. Okay. So as your eyes gloss over and become void of any signs of life in a very terrifying, uncanny valley way.
Thank you.
No, I don't like this. I'm just kidding. Her body language does shift as she kind of straightens up a bit and her shoulders go back. But there's nothing that seems to be hiding behind her words. This is someone, and from the little bit that you've picked up and gotten from the party and pieced together from conversations and this interaction, there has been death as of late, and you know that there are potentially culty people and people who are sussy and shady and not to be trusted. And you did just mention, like, hey, she might come torture you and start to disembowel you while you're alive. So death.
To be fair, she only started to say disemboweling before she was cut off, so
the
technically...
point was still there. But it's very much like if death is a possibility and it's on the table, then you know we don't really have a lot to lose. Is kind of the attitude that you're getting. There's nothing shady.
Okay.
You do pick up a sense of fear coming from her, though. There's a little bit of a quiver in her voice as she kind of chin up and shoulder backs. But nothing to give any kind of inclination of dishonesty.
Then we'll put her hand on her shoulder and just say, I'll make sure this isn't the last you see of us. Especially not without a goodbye from the boys.
She chuckles a little bit and pauses before embracing you.
Oh. She hugs her back.
She does keep it short. You can feel her breath
Yeah.
kind of catching her throat a little bit as she pulls back. And we'll tell you to give her a few minutes and she'll make arrangements to get Michael and the cart ready. And pack up a couple of provisions. Like, she can't spare a whole lot, but she'll put something together for you guys to start heading out.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
The boys are gonna be so happy about this.
We got road snacks.
Especially,
Yeah, drawings.
Michael is the... I know he wasn't a horse, but now I can't remember what he was.
He
An
was an ox.
oxen.
Yeah.
Eowyn will, like, as we are walking down there, gathering any things from... I mean, I guess we would have brought anything from our rooms already, but, you know, making our way down there.
Making my way.
Walking and talking, Eowyn will be explaining to Datura, Michael is the oxen that belongs to Kalisa that we had borrowed before, that Rick insists is a horse, or any other animal beyond what it is.
No, it's a
That
mastiff.
sounds like something he'd say.
Oh, and I don't mean to keep leaving you in the dark, or,
It's alright, I'm kind of used to the dark. I was put in a closet when I wasn't of use, back when I didn't have a consciousness.
we will discuss that later, but, so you're no longer confused. Rick and Galita did have sex last night.
1 second.
There we go.
I want to see if you have to give her the birds and the beaks conversation or not.
Oh no, you have to roleplay this.
Oh my god!
She
It
knows.
was almost a two. Like there's gonna be like there's just like gonna be like for a second like you hear that like the dial-up sound like and like there's just gonna be like a ding. And she's like like if she could blush, her face would be bright red. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave you in the dark. That's why we were not being direct about it, though. So
This
it's okay. Now you know.
is quiet time.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna be
It's
able to look you in
okay.
the face now. I want you to know that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't know, and now you do, and everything will be all right. And they just kind of keep walking.
I mean, I guess that explains how he saw the tattoo
Yeah.
Yep.
and remembered it.
Yeah.
For all you know, I
Anyways,
remembered
She
it.
will cry with no tears about this later. It's all right.
God damn it. Kalisa will meet you guys out front with the cart, and Michael, she has a little bit of the venison meat that you guys had brought in. Venison is deer, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You guys have a little bit of venison jerky. I'd say there's about 5 pounds of it total, and then 16
God, yes.
rations. So I'm gonna put
Venison
those.
is the best.
I've never had it.
Oh, it's so good.
rations,
I miss it.
16.
I had a bunch of buddies who hunted up in Ohio, so we would get like fresh venison a lot, and
Ugh.
it is just amazing.
I've heard it's amazing.
So Mom used to make spaghetti with deer meat, and we would always get the deer meat, like salami.
Mm.
Y'all need to stop talking. I'm drooling.
I've wanted to try it. I've heard it's really good. I've just never been able to.
I had alligator jerky earlier this year. That was interesting.
Oh, I've heard it's pretty good.
It
Tastes like
is, but it's
chicken.
super chewy.
Yeah,
It's super chewy.
I can do chewy though.
And you,
I eat less when it's
Yeah.
like super chewy, even if it's good, because I'm just like, it hurts so good. Jaw gets tired 5 chews in, you know, all that good
God,
stuff.
I'm still covered in fur.
You're a cat, Dad. What do you expect?
I know. She sheds so much.
Pretty kitty.
but yeah, Aylin will take the reins and say her final goodbyes to Kalisa, and head down the road to surprise the boys with their new ride.
Alright. Since this is your first time, please give me animal handling.
Can
I
I
am going to.
Zatora also be attempting to help? I don't have it any much higher, but
How are you helping?
she's gonna go and pet the how is she? Pet it while they're walking. She's
Uh,
gonna go pet it.
I think that would actually give disadvantage because he's
Disadvantage,
distracted
okay.
by the snuggles.
It's true. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Or
It's
she is petting it.
okay. Animal handling at disadvantage.
You got this.
I'm clicking this, and then I will guide myself.
Okay.
Could imagine it was a
Get
face
that
palm because Zatora's like
Where is
petting the palm.
And Datura, you do get some strange glances from people. Okay, that's not terrible,
Not
actually.
bad.
Not bad. And then
Not
you're
bad.
4.
Yeah,
So, and it
forgot that
is
quickly.
it is still raining, by the way. Okay, 18. You are able to, as Michael is not unfamiliar with you. He
yeah.
has had some time with you. You know, as you guys borrowed the cart for 3 days.
I think
something.
Aylin would have done a lot of the feeding of him.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so he is, it takes him a second to kind of snap out of the moment of cuddles and attention from this interesting being who is now with you. But would
New
start
person.
to mosey on down the road.
I find it funny. 2 minutes before Michael was mentioned, I deleted the 5-pound bag of feed from my inventory because we used it all on the trip. I'm just like, that's hilarious. Like, I had to delete it because we used it all, but I just find it funny that I
Right.
did that. And then it's like, oh, here's Michael. And I was like, motherfucker, I need more feed.
Yay! We can say that you guys stop and get some more feed. How much would
Perfect.
you want to get?
How much is it?
Let me go back. Feed per day is 5 copper per day. So it's 10 copper to silver and then 10 silver per gold.
Sorry, I did not mean for that to sound as aggressive as it did.
You're okay.
Channeling your Jacobs there.
How much would a month be?
Oh, dear God.
30 days.
Gold and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
150 copper. Which is 15 silver. Yep, 1.5 gold.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
You can make a voice chip in when you get that.
So I'm gonna take out 2 copper or 2 gold and put 1 silver in because I didn't have any silver to begin with.
5 silver.
Is that 5 silver?
Yes.
Thank you for helping me with math.
You are welcome. It's not my strong suit, but sometimes I'm
That's
not
what
totally
say.
wrong.
I got it.
Okay. So as you get feed and mosey on down the road, you see the boys shooting dice. Boys, you hear the clop, 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 kind of slightly doled out by the pattering of rain, and the sound of the wheels turning, and you look up to see Awen and Datura coming down the road with Michael.
Well, this is a surprise.
Yeah.
Hey, we were just talking about. We were just talking about all the walking we were gonna have to do. That's fucking awesome.
Lisa said we could borrow him for the duration of our travels.
Datura's hand is covering like over her eyes, like it's like covering her face at this point. Like she's just
Oh.
contemplating her life choices. Like sitting with you.
Everything
Oh.
okay?
Hmm?
You alright up there?
What? She'll take her hand down, glance out. Oh, we're here. Right. Immediately see Rick, her hand is immediately back on her face. Yeah. Fine.
Just kind of shoot
Just-
Awen a look like,
Can we insight check?
shit.
Absolutely.
You can insight check. You can insight check. Right ahead.
It's just kind of giving faces like, it's fine. Just let her. Just.
And nothing.
Yeah.
You totally think she has a crush on Rick.
Oh my god.
That's what your 11 got you.
Rick is the ladies' man. Laying down short pipe? Damn.
Oh no.
It's not what
Oh
it
my
is,
God.
but
He's a halfling.
he did not say
I'm
short.
just
pipe.
saying. Rick, she's absolutely into you.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Rick's face just goes completely red.
Oh my god.
This inanimate object
apart.
likes me. Dang.
Oh my god. In this context,
Please,
You-
don't believe it.
you
Too much
can't
for his
say
ego.
that and have me guaranteed that my intrusive thoughts will not win. I'm not requesting that you don't. I just need you to understand the internal struggle that I am still
Did you think fuckboy?
battling.
I'm just curious.
Absolutely,
did
sex
you think
doll, blow up doll.
that is what you thought.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Don't worry, I had a friend call my character that
I just
yesterday.
I'm really trying to be a mature, respectful, and responsible DM, but I am still Denali, and I just
She is usable, so, but I feel like I should specify that, considering if we're going in that direction.
Who is rolling?
is
Well,
that
what
for
are you doing
is
now?
that for Michael or Datura?
That's
Jesus.
to ride her like a. No, I'm
Oh
just kidding.
my god.
Hey.
Rick's trying to go up again, guys.
I'm afraid an animal handling check isn't gonna cut. It ain't animal handling.
Oh,
said
I'm
no,
trying
no,
so
no.
hard not to say the things I want to say.
Mhm. Yeah, those intrusive
No.
Alright,
thoughts.
say it. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Would it help if he had woodworker's tools?
Oh my god.
Rick
Gotta
has
have
the-
proficiency in woodworker's tools, actually.
what did you buy earlier again? That collar?
That's what I was about to say. Not
Rick,
to mention.
Rick gets a. I'm gonna perception check that. See if she. Hold on.
It was not a collar.
Oh my gosh, never
You
mind.
see nothing.
I guess Rick doesn't see it.
I feel like you're stuck on like taken in the fact that she's like super into you, and like in your mind there's just Rolodex reels of how will this work?
My God.
I did this to myself.
Yeah, she's putting me through an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I called you a child first.
Oh, that just made it weird.
No, I mean when we first met, remember?
Contagious. All of this is
Oh.
really weird.
Up on the cart. Look at the giant bag of feed in the
Why
back
is
and just-
nobody getting it inside?
Rick is trying to get inside now. He's just working out the semantics in his mind.
No, they don't notice. They're occupied.
Yeah, no, he's gonna pull his bag off his belt, smack it on top of the feed, and or if that does not work, start pouring the feed in.
Pour the
What's
feed into
happening?
what?
My bag.
Okay. And they're all oblivious.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna,
I mean, Awen might be able to.
Oh, Awen knows for sure. Awen's probably the only one who actually knows that that's not what it is.
Yeah, I feel like right now everybody else is like that Spider-Man meme where he's like pointing at the other Spider-Man who's pointing at the other Spider-Man who's pointing at the first Spider-Man.
Or not.
Oh my.
Awen, you were right there. Like, you
Do
know
you
what
think
it is.
Awen notices?
no, Aowen's too embarrassed by the fact that she knows why Datura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like, oh my god, I have to.
You don't need to roll for that. You already know.
I thought I was doing everyone a favor.
Oh man.
I think you may have done Rick
That's
a favor.
No.
I don't know about anyone else.
Jacobs is just that one guy mopping the background.
And I'll get that
Oh,
moved
that's
over to your
cool.
inventory in just a second, Jacos.
Jacos and just be like. Cass just went like this,
What?
Did what?
like mouthing no.
Let me get that moved to your inventory, Jacos. So as we're trying to piece all this together, are we loading up on the cart?
For the record, I would like to say it was not a call. It's a dog harness and a tether. Okay? That's specifically what it is.
You're gonna have to specify that so many times. It's already
100%.
it's already headcanon to everyone else that it's a collar.
It's a collar and a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, and I feel like even then, they're still gonna call it what they
No,
want
it's
to.
canon now. Sorry, get out.
Right? Even if they do
Yeah.
know, like.
So we're. Oh yeah, it's like 12:30. Okay, so I assume we're ending here pretty quickly, yeah.
Pretty close, yeah. Everybody's
So-
loading up on the cart and getting ready to head out.
This seems appropriate. So as everyone's getting ready, I'm gonna kind of walk up and be like, "This seems like a bad moment to say, but I'm having second thoughts about leaving the town. I don't know if this is what we should be doing right now."
Oh, sweet gods above.
I'm like, Datura's like looking around, seeing like everything's packed and like everyone's ready to go. Do you think you could have said that this morning?
Well, this morning I thought it was the right thing to do, but things may have changed.
Rick
Okay.
gets off the
Well,
cart and
try that.
literally just lays on the ground
In the rain.
In the bar.
and just curls up into a ball and like starts to sleep.
Oh
That's,
my
that's
god.
No,
actually
don't
fair.
do that. You'll be sick. You'll get sick.
No, let it happen. Let it happen.
But
Are you also laying down in the rain?
He just misses the rains
No, I'm
down in
laying on
Africa.
hard.
but maybe we should have a short conversation before heading out. Gus had some interesting insights that might change our perspective, or not. I'm not sure, but
Also got some information that we got from Kalisa. And do we
So-
want to pick up?
probably a good place to stop. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can pick that up next time.
Yeah.
A little bit of discussion to do there.
Yeah. And I know you guys have the fireside Kiki, and I'm sure a lot of this will take place there. But I will want to kind of touch on it a little bit just to kind of refresh everything for ourselves in this stream.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to see the discussion and where we go from here. I'm going to end my stream. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next Saturday at 9:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Bye.